Sometimes you just gotta make an offer you can't refuse. Yes, as you can see, we're going over The Family, another mob movie that De Niro is in. Yes, I know, another one. But here it is. Look, ready? You got Godfather, Casino, Untouchables, Godfather Part 2, Reservoir Dogs, Godfather Part 3, Scarface. I mean, the list goes on and on, especially with these gangster films. For some reason, I seem to enjoy each one more and more than the next. Uh, I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. What it's about gangster mob films that make them so watchable. Is it the action, the women, the gunfights, the cars, the scenery, or maybe it's the cast? Who knows? But in my mind, it's pretty much all of the above. I mean, the action is always fun to watch. The women are always beautiful, very elegant. Unless they're ready to strike and kill. The gunfights are, I mean, oh so magnificent, and the cars. Who doesn't love those beautiful older cars, especially those cars from the 50s and 60s? And it's usually filmed or usually takes place in Europe. I mean, not all of them, uh, but and New York actually, more Europe and New York because that's where most mob films, mobs I should say, take place. Um, and to be honest, I mean, it's pretty much class 101 in mob films, to have a good casting and to pick beautiful places. So it's kind of obvious that they pick New York, or in this case, in The Family, they go to Italy. So it was obviously it meets the criteria, and The Family meets every criteria. Now, granted, it could have been better. I wish they showed or explained why they were being tracked down, to be killed. And yes, since it's a mob film, I guess you could probably figure it out. But I mean, they do. I mean, they do end up mentioning why a little later in the film. I don't know why they did it. It was really the only problem that I had, with otherwise, especially like the fantastic cast. They had De Niro, which was a no-brainer alone with his mob film background, and please, Michelle Pfeiffer, shall we say it together? I mean, come on, Scarface. I mean, not to mention in bringing in some friendly faces here. Like John Fried, Mike Pinchetti, Jimmy Palumbo, I think that's how you pronounce his name, and Vincent Pastore. I mean, you can't beat most of these guys, and you can't beat that in most mob-based films. Now they added Tommy Lee Jones, was just a genius. I mean, come on, it was brilliant. And as far as the kids go, you had John DeLeo. I enjoyed him. He seemed to fit. He seemed to fit very well. It was interesting especially with this cast. And then you have Diana Agron, who sheds her Gleek side and becomes a fantastic mob daughter. She was actually a great choice in my opinion, and it was just great to watch all of them. And between you, me, and the wall, Agron was beautiful as hell. I mean, every time she was on screen, I mean, she she always drew me in. It's her eyes, man. Diana has these eyes that are just so beautiful that just I get so memorized. But I did love everyone in this film. I love the concept too. Especially mob-based films. Normally, it's a film basing on. They usually flip it. Usually an ending of the. It's usually an ending of these types of films. The mob. The family or whoever. Whoever's in the mob pinches on the others. They get to go into. They go to the police, tell what happened, and they get into they go away. They go to a special place where nobody knows where they are. But in this film, it's reversed. You actually get it's actually the beginning of the film. You find out that they told the cops and the FBI and everybody, so they had to go into witness protection, which is basically this whole film. Them being in witness protection, trying to you know blend into society, and while the rest of the mob guys are trying to get them. It was very interesting to see, and I actually did enjoy it a lot. It was interesting to see as a plot of the film. So you can probably tell, uh, you know, that this was a really great film for me to watch, especially with this brilliant cast here. I mean, you can't even see. I mean, this is just the four of them. I mean, God, just look at the rest of the film. I mean, they don't even have Tommy Lee Jones in this poster, which kind of pisses me off. But yeah, so you can definitely you can probably tell then, but I'm definitely recommending this film, and of course you should, especially if you're a fan of gangster mob films. Maybe I can make an offer you can't refuse. As long as you subscribe to my channel, unless you have an accident, if you catch my drift, on my daughter's wedding day, maybe I shall call upon you, if you will, and you shall give me a gift of sharing on Facebook and on Twitter, and to make you guys come back for Chapter 2 of Insidious next time. My boys here are looking to have a little fun, so make sure you guys stay tuned.